Hello everyone. In this audio class, we will discuss the 10 most important questions from the upcoming KVS NVS interview. So, let's get started with the question number 1. Can you please introduce yourself? Good morning, respected panel members. My name is ABCD, whatever it is. I am from West Bengal. I have completed my master's degree in geography along with the required teaching qualification. I am passionate about teaching because geography helps students understand the relationship between the people and the environment. I believe in interactive teaching where students learn through maps, diagrams, real life examples, and discussions. My goal is not only to help students score good marks but also to develop their curiosity and critical thinking. For example, while teaching the monsoon, I relate it to the rainy season that students experience every year. This makes a learning easy and interesting. Next question, why do you want to join Kendriya Vidyalaya or Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya? I want to join Kendriya Vidyalaya or NVS because both institutions are known for quality education, discipline, and holistic development of students. They provide equal educational opportunities to children from different backgrounds. I want to work in such an environment where I can contribute to students' academic as well as personal growth. For example, if I teach a chapter on natural disasters, I will also guide students about disaster preparedness and environmental responsibility, not only for examination but for real life. Next question, why did you choose teaching as a profession? I chose teaching because I enjoy sharing knowledge and helping students learn. A teacher can shape the future of society by developing responsible and knowledgeable citizens. Teaching gives me the opportunity to inspire students and make a positive difference in their lives. For example, when a student understands a difficult topic after a simple explanation and gains confidence, it gives me a great satisfaction. Next question, what is your teaching philosophy and methodology? My teaching philosophy is that every student can learn if the lesson is presented in a simple and interesting way. I follow a student-centered approach. I encourage questioning, discussion, group activities, math work, and practical examples. I also use digital resources whenever required. For example, while teaching plate tectonics, I first explain the concept using simple diagrams, then show an animation, and finally ask students to identify plate boundaries on a world map. How will you make a difficult concept easy for students? Next question is, how will you make a difficult concept easy for students? I explain difficult concepts step by step using simple language, diagrams, real life examples, and classroom activities. I also ask questions during the lesson to check students' understanding. For example, to explain population density, I compare two classrooms of the same size. If one classroom has 20 students and another has 50 students, the second classroom has a higher population density. Students understand the concept quickly through this example. Next question, question number 6 is, how do you manage discipline and handle a noisy classroom? I believe that discipline should be built through respect, communication, and engagement, not through fear. I first set clear classroom rules and explain why they are important. I make my lessons interactive so that students stay involved. If a student is disturbing the class, I speak to him or her politely and privately instead of scolding in front of others. For example, suppose some students are talking during the class. I will pause for a moment, make eye contact, and ask them a simple question related to the lesson. This brings their attention back without creating embarrassment. Next question, how do you motivate slow learners or unengaged students? So I believe every student has the ability to learn, but each learns at a different pace. I give extra support to slow learners through simple explanations, individual guidance, and regular encouragement. I appreciate even small improvements to build their confidence. For example, if a student cannot understand map reading, I will first teach basic directions, then simple maps, and finally move to complex maps. Step by step learning helps a student gain confidence. Next question, what are your major strengths and weaknesses as a teacher? So, my strengths are patience, subject knowledge, good communication skills, and ability to explain difficult concepts in a simple way. I'm also willing to learn new teaching methods and technologies. My weakness is that sometimes I spend extra time helping students who are struggling. However, I am learning to manage my time more effectively while ensuring that every student gets the necessary support. For example, when students find a topic difficult, I prepare additional examples or practice questions to help them understand better. Next question, what do you know about the National Education Policy 2020? So the National Education Policy 2020 aims to make education more flexible, inclusive, and skill oriented. It focuses on conceptual understanding instead of rote learning. It encourages critical thinking, creativity, experiential learning, and the use of technology in education. Some important features are 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 school structure, multidisciplinary learning, competency based education, use of digital technology, continuous assessment, development of communication, problem solving, and life skills. For example, while teaching geography, I will use maps, field observations, group discussions, and project work instead of only textbook based teaching. Next question, and this is the last question for today. How do you handle stress and heavy workloads in a residential or busy school system? So I stay calm and organize my work according to priority. I prepare a daily schedule and complete important tasks first. I also maintain a positive attitude and cooperate with my colleagues. Good planning helps me manage both teaching and other school responsibilities effectively. For example, during examination time, I prepare lesson plans, complete evaluation work on time, and maintain proper communication with students and parents. This helps me reduce stress and work efficiently. So, there is a final tip for your interview preparation. Always answer confidently with a smile. Keep your answers simple, honest, and practical. Whenever possible, support your answer with a real classroom example. This creates a positive impression on the interview panel. So, thanks for listening. Keep listening for further audio classes. Thank you.